simple name in a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, it's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Snap wants to throw to start this drive. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Vols trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Volunteers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. formations. Running inside, it's Hill. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Mack fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. Running free, getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all...
Got it down the field. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Mack. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown ball! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing Mack. Stepping to the right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got a man. It's Jenkins. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Driven back. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it as we get a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Bush is ahead. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Austin Mack going for it all. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he added the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right side, it's Jackson. Finds some room. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Let's talk about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Bishop.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lets it fly. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Spins away. Touchdown, Volunteer. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
And no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think
he's going to let it go. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Throws to the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown ball. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. No midseason concentration as they push out that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for running room. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple.
Makes the grab in their space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Mack. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Looking for a man. It's Mack. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of this drive. The sure hands, it's Bishop. turning it on. He's at the tip, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Clock sits at 13 seconds to play in the first half. They'll have to be very efficient as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing Mack. Trying to beat the D deep. Finds a spot down the gut of the D. Wide open spaces. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw one first. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. His 3rd touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 13 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's the Red Raiders who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Austin Mack.
And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Moving the pocket, it's Mack. Right side, it's Jenkins. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Again, it's Mack. Quickly complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Turns it upfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Plows through the defense. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Mack from the gun on third down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown tie. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Left side, it's Bishop. The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his man, it's Staley. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Out wide left, it's Davis. Could not make his way to the corner.
So we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The snap sets up to throw. Spits it out to the back. With the catch, it's Bishop. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. from the gun. Looking to get it in. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. Football time in Tennessee is all Big Orange right now as the Vols have built a big lead.
And you can hear the Tennessee fans, and they're yelling Rocky Top at the top of their lungs. Tennessee's got it going. Jesse, later in the game, second half, this is right where they wanted to be.
I just think momentum's a real thing, and they've been able to ride that momentum here in the second half. When plays have presented themselves, they've taken advantage of those opportunities, and that's why Rocky Top is pulling away.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Mack. He'll pull it down and run. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Left side is Ford. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So first down will open up the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Keelan Russell. He's got it on the move.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game. It looks like.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Staley. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Yeah, that's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home and come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well run him again. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the run, it's Hill. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Russell. He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contact.
Caught, and he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure that...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. It's complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Shows him the stiff arm. Crosses to 40. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. It's a running room. Touchdown, Volunteer. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing Russell. He wants a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the catch, it's Rodgers. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in with one hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Keelan Russell pulls it in. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Drops back. It's Russell. Finds his big tight end. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quick give. He breaks a tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Russell. Here comes the heat. And they got it. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Edwards. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. after this play, the cake will be baked. Fourth down, Russell. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
You just can't say enough about how this defense has played today. They came in here, David, as the underdog. They wanted to prove everybody wrong. They got turnovers today, and they get a massive stop at the end of the game when they need it most. Just can't say enough about the D.
Man, they were the underdogs, but this defense, they thought they could play fast. They thought they could cause some havoc, and they did. And how about this at the end of the game? When you needed it the most, they called game. They got the big stop, came up crucial in crucial moments.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.